Contractions. Contractions. Why do we use them? How do we use them? When do we use contractions in English? In English, we use contractions a lot. What is a contraction? A contraction is when you have two words, but you turn them into one word. We use contractions a lot in English because of the rhythm of the language. Ba, 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 ba. The rhythm of the language requires us to say some words really fast to get to the next beat of the rhythm of the language. So let's review the verb to be because we use the verb to be as a contraction a lot. The verb to be is in present tense. I am, you are, he is, she is, it is, we are, they are. Now, let's learn these words as contractions. I am is I'm. I'm. You are is your. Your. He is he's. He's. She is she's. She's. It is it's. It's. We are. We're. We're. Remember that strong R in American English. We're. They are. They're. Again, that strong R. They're. In English, every sentence has a verb. Now, if you use the verb to be as a contraction, you may only hear one sound, but that is the verb to be. For example, I am hungry. If we use the contraction, we can say, I'm hungry. Now, the verb to be am is only the sound I'm hungry. So it's important that I hear you say in the sentence, I'm hungry. In the sentence, you are happy. Let's change you are to a contraction. You're. You're happy. Now, notice in this sentence with the contraction, the only verb is the sound You're happy. But that is the verb to be. In the sentence, he is scared. Let's use a contraction. Instead of he is, let's say he's. He's scared. Now, notice that the verb to be is just the sound s in this sentence. He's scared. But as an English speaker, because the word ends with an S and the next word starts with an S, I'm only going to say the S sound one time. He's scared. He's scared. So maybe you don't even hear the first S from the verb to be is. He's scared, but it is there. It's in the sentence. We need the verb to be. Let's change this sentence into a sentence with a contraction. She is tall. She's tall. It is cold. It's cold. We are bored. We're bored. They are sick. They're sick. Remember, we use contractions a lot in English. Try to use contractions all the time if you can. But there is one situation where you never need to use contraction. It is when you respond to a question with the verb to be. For example, are you tired? We do not say, yes, I'm, but we can say the short answer and say, yes, I am. We cannot say, yes, I'm. Is he happy? We can say, yes, he is, but we cannot say, yes, he's. If you say, yes, he's, you need to finish your sentence and say, yes, he's happy. If you answer the question with a long answer, you can choose if you want to use the contraction or not. For example, are you hungry? If you answer with the long answer, yes, I'm hungry, or yes, I am hungry, you can use a contraction. That's great. If you answer with a short answer, yes, I am, remember, no contraction. Is he happy? You can answer, yes, he is happy, or you can say, yes, he's happy. Remember, you cannot say, yes, he's. You have to say, yes, he is, if it is a short answer. Now, because we use contractions so much in English, we actually make words into contractions that aren't grammatically correct. But you will hear people use these kinds of words all the time. For example, my grandma is happy. Now, we usually make a contraction with she and is, right? She's happy. But we are used to making so many contractions in English. Most people will not say, my grandma is happy. Most people will say, my grandma's happy. My grandma's happy. Now, that is not a grammatically correct way to write the sentence, but it is definitely the way people say it. Let's look at this sentence. My aunt is a nurse. My aunt is a nurse. We can use the word she instead of my aunt. So if we say she is a nurse, we can make she is into a contraction and say she's a nurse. Now, my aunt and is can't grammatically make a contraction. But when we speak in English, we automatically say, my aunt's a nurse. My aunt's a nurse. So you will not hear people say, my aunt is a nurse. You will hear people say, my aunt's a nurse, because we are so used to making the contractions that the contractions just come out naturally in a sentence that doesn't actually have a contraction. The tree is green. We can use the word it instead of the tree. We can say it is green, or we can say it's green. Now, grammatically, the tree and is, we cannot make a contraction with those two words. But when we say it out loud, it will sound like a contraction because most English speakers will say, the tree's green. What color is that tree? Oh, the tree's green. And we make the word is into a contraction with almost anything else. Now remember, that's not grammatically correct, and we cannot write the sentence like that. But that is the way people say it. So listen for the verb to be and use the verb to be as a contraction. Remember, in English, Every sentence has a verb. So maybe you didn't hear someone say the verb, but it might just be a small little contraction with the S sound or the sound. And it might even be blended into the next word. You're really happy. You're really happy. He's sick. Sometimes those contractions blend into the other words. But don't forget, we always need a verb in the sentence. And if you're not sure which verb, it might be the verb to be because the verb to be hides so well with a contraction.